Hey everyone, welcome back to English to Go, where learning English is simple and enjoyable.
I'm Ryan.
And I'm Julia. It is so wonderful to be here with you today.
Julia, I have to say, you look very awake this morning, almost suspiciously awake.
That is because I went to bed at 10 o'clock last night, like a responsible adult.
10 o'clock. I was just starting my third episode of something at 10 o'clock.
And how did that work out for you?
My coffee this morning was not optional. It was survival.
Perfect. That actually connects beautifully to today's topic. But first,
Before we jump into today's topic, if you enjoy our chats, please hit that like button right now. It genuinely helps us reach more learners around the world.
yes, and please subscribe to the channel so you never miss an episode. And if you have a friend who is learning English, share this video with them today. You could be the reason their English improves this week. That's a good feeling.
Okay, I want to be real with you all for a second. Julia, can I confess something before we start?
Always. Go ahead.
So, about 2 months ago, I told myself, this is it. New routine. Gym 4 times a week, cooking at home, better sleep, the whole thing. I even bought one of those fancy water bottles that judges you if you don't drink enough.
The ones with the little time markers on the side?
Yes, it's 2 p.m. Have you had 800 milliliters? Very aggressive hydration. But here's what actually happened. Week 1, perfect. Week 2, pretty good. Week 3, I missed one gym session, felt terrible about it, ordered delivery 3 nights in a row, slept badly because I was scrolling my phone until midnight, and by week 4, the water bottle was just sitting on my desk, looking disappointed in me.
Ryan, I think about 40 million people just nodded at their screens.
Right? And the frustrating part is, I knew what I was supposed to do, I just couldn't make it stick. And that's what today is really about. Not what healthy habits are, but why they're so hard to maintain, and the exact English phrases you need to talk about all of this.
Nodding. Because whether you are talking to a friend, a doctor, a colleague, or even just journaling in English, health and lifestyle are topics that come up constantly. So let's build your vocabulary and your understanding at the same time. Let's start with something almost everyone has experienced. You decide to get fit. You're motivated. Maybe you sign up for the gym, you buy new trainers, you tell everyone about your plan.
The announcement is the workout.
Exactly. And then life happens. So the first big idea today is the difference between 2 words, motivation and discipline. Ryan, how would you define those?
Motivation is like the feeling that makes you want to do something, and discipline is doing it even when the feeling is gone.
That is a perfect definition. Motivation is emotional. It comes and goes. Discipline is behavioral. It's a decision. And here's the honest truth. Motivation is what gets you started, but discipline is what keeps you going.
So waiting to feel motivated is actually a trap.
Completely. And in English, there's a beautiful phrase for the act of doing the thing regardless of how you feel. The phrase is to show up. To show up.
To show up, I know show up as in to arrive somewhere, like he didn't show up to the meeting.
Exactly right. But in the context of habits and effort, to show up means to be present and do the work, even when conditions aren't perfect. You'll often hear people say, half the battle is just showing up, meaning the hardest part is simply beginning.
So if I go to the gym but I'm tired and I only do half my usual workout, I still showed up?
You showed up, and that matters enormously, because here's the next key phrase, consistency over intensity.
Consistency over intensity.
Yes, consistency means doing something regularly, over time. Intensity means how hard you do it. And the research is very clear. Someone who exercises 4 times a week at a moderate level will always get better results than someone who exercises once a week and destroys themselves.
Which is exactly what I was doing, going incredibly hard on Monday, then being too sore to move until Thursday.
That is a very common pattern, and it leads directly to the next word, to burn out, to burn out. When you push too hard without adequate rest, you burn out. You lose all energy and motivation completely. You stop.
And then you feel guilty for stopping, which somehow makes it harder to restart.
The guilt cycle, yes. So the solution is building what I'd call a sustainable structure, not an intense burst of effort, a quiet, boring, reliable routine. And a great practical tool for this is treating your workouts like appointments. You wouldn't cancel a meeting with your boss at the last minute because you were tired, so don't cancel the gym either.
Block it in the calendar, non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. That's a great word too. Something non-negotiable is something you will not compromise on. It's fixed. It's decided.
Okay, so let's say someone has built a decent gym routine. What's the next wall they hit?
Almost always food, nutrition, because you can train consistently and still feel exhausted, still not see results if what you're eating is chaotic.
And cooking every day when you work full-time feels overwhelming.
It does. So let's talk about a concept that sounds simple but changes everything. Meal prep. Meal preparation, means dedicating 1 or 2 days a week to cooking in bulk so that the rest of your week is already handled.
The related term is batch cooking, right? You cook a large quantity at once.
Exactly. You cook a big batch of something, rice, proteins, vegetables on Sunday, and then through the week you use those same ingredients in different combinations. Monday it's a bowl, Wednesday it's a wrap, Friday it's a quick soup.
Same ingredients, different meals. That's actually clever. I always imagined meal prep meant eating the identical container of sad chicken and broccoli every single day.
That is definitely not how it has to be. But here's the step that people often skip entirely, and it's actually the most important one: meal planning, before the cooking.
Deciding what you'll eat before you're hungry.
Before you're hungry, before you're tired, before it's 7 p.m. on a Wednesday and you have nothing ready. Because at that moment, you are not making a rational decision. You're making an emotional one.
And emotional tired me always chooses delivery.
Always. And this is where a brilliant concept comes in: decision fatigue. Decision fatigue is the psychological phenomenon where the quality of your decisions deteriorates after a long period of making choices.
So every decision through the day, what to wear, what to say in that email, how to handle a problem at work, each one costs you a small amount of mental energy.
Exactly. And by the evening, that energy is largely depleted. So your tired brain will default to whatever is easiest. That's not laziness, that's neuroscience.
Meal planning removes that decision entirely.
The decision was made on Sunday when you had the mental clarity to think it through. Your Sunday self protects your Thursday self.
Oh, I love that framing. Your Sunday self protects your Thursday self. That's genuinely motivating.
And there's also a financial dimension worth mentioning. When you order delivery regularly, you're not just paying for the food. You're paying for the service fee, the delivery charge, the tip. What looks like a $12 meal can easily arrive at your door costing $25 or more.
The phrase for that is the hidden cost, right? The expense you don't immediately see.
The hidden cost. Perfect. And delivery has hidden costs both financially and nutritionally. Because when someone else prepares your food, you have very little control over the oil, the sodium, the portion size. They are not designing their menu around your fitness goals.
Okay, let's move to the topic I probably needed most: sleep.
Yes, let's talk about sleep. Because most people, when they feel chronically tired, assume the solution is simply more hours. But the issue is usually not the quantity, it's the quality.
And this is where the term sleep hygiene comes in.
Sleep hygiene. It sounds medical, but it just means the habits and conditions that affect how well you sleep. Your environment, your routine before bed, what you eat, what you look at.
And screens are a big one.
Screens are enormous. The blue light emitted by phones and laptops interferes with your body's production of melatonin, the hormone that signals to your brain that it's time to sleep. When you scroll for 30 minutes before bed, you are essentially telling your brain, stay awake. Something interesting might happen.
Groaning, which is exactly what I was doing before my terrible week.
The solution is a process called winding down. To wind down means to gradually slow your mind and body before sleep, not going from full activity to lying in the dark in 2 minutes, but creating a gentle transition, the same routine in the same order every night.
And the body actually learns that sequence as a signal?
It does. Your nervous system recognizes the ritual and begins preparing for sleep before you even lie down. There's a word for the internal clock that governs this, your circadian rhythm. It's the biological cycle that regulates when you feel alert and when you feel sleepy, and it thrives on regularity.
So staying up till 2 on Friday and sleeping until noon on Sunday.
Essentially gives you a mild form of jet lag every single week. Your body doesn't know what time zone it's in.
That explains so much about my Mondays.
Laughing. And there's one more concept here, sleep debt. If you consistently sleep less than your body needs, that deficit accumulates. You cannot fully repay a week of 5-hour nights with one long sleep on the weekend.
The damage builds up.
It builds up, and the consequences go beyond feeling groggy. Poor sleep affects your metabolism, your mood, your concentration, and your physical performance. There's an expression in fitness, you can't out-train a bad lifestyle. You can work incredibly hard at the gym, but if your sleep and recovery are poor, your results will always be limited.
Okay, Julia. Before we move to the word tour, let's make sure people are pronouncing these correctly, because some of these words look scary on paper.
Great idea. Let's go through a few. First, discipline.
Discipline. 3 syllables. The C is silent. It's not discipline.
Good. Next, consistency.
Consistency. The stress is on the 2nd syllable. Consistency.
Excellent. What about melatonin?
Melatonin. The stress falls on toe. Melatonin.
And circadian. This one trips people up.
Circadian. Circadian, like the name K in the middle.
Perfect. And one more, fatigue.
Fatigue, not fatigue you, just fatigue. French origin, very elegant.
Very elegant. And the phrase to wind down, notice it's a phrasal verb. Wind here rhymes with mind, not with wind, the weather. To wind down.
To wind down. Got it.
And speaking of practice, let's do a quick word tour of the useful phrases from today.
Let's go.
Word 1, to show up.
To show up. To be present and do the work even when you don't feel like it. Even on difficult days, the most important thing is just to show up.
Word 2, non-negotiable.
Non-negotiable. Something that is fixed and will not be changed or compromised. My morning walk is non-negotiable, no matter how busy the day gets.
Word 3, to burn out.
To burn out. To exhaust yourself completely by working too hard without enough rest. She burned out in her first month at the new job because she never took breaks.
Word 4, decision fatigue.
Decision fatigue. The mental exhaustion that comes from making too many choices, leading to poor decisions later in the day. Decision fatigue is why I always choose poorly at the supermarket in the evening. I've already made 100 choices by then.
Word 5, the hidden cost.
The hidden cost. An expense or consequence that is not immediately obvious. The hidden cost of daily delivery isn't just the money, it's the effect on your health over time.
Word 6, sleep hygiene.
Sleep hygiene. The habits and conditions that affect the quality of your sleep. Good sleep hygiene includes keeping your room dark, cool, and avoiding screens before bed.
And word 8, to wind down.
To wind down. To gradually relax and slow your mind before sleep. I try to wind down for at least 30 minutes before bed by reading or stretching.
And word 9, consistency over intensity.
Consistency over intensity, the principle that regular, moderate effort produces better results than occasional extreme effort. The trainer always reminded us, consistency over intensity. A little every day beats a lot once a week.
Excellent work, Ryan. Those 8 phrases will genuinely transform how you talk about health and lifestyle in English. Before we go, we have a question for you, and we genuinely want to read your answers in the comments.
Here it is. What is one healthy habit you are trying to build right now, and what is the biggest obstacle stopping you?
Maybe it's the gym, maybe it's cooking at home, maybe it's simply going to sleep earlier. Whatever it is, tell us.
Write one sentence below using a phrase from today's word tour, something like, my non-negotiable habit this month is, or I keep burning out because. It is excellent practice, and you might even help someone else reading the comments.
And before we sign off, thank you, truly. We know your time is valuable, and we really appreciate you spending it with us today. Every episode, every minute you give us, we don't take that lightly.
Come back next time. We'll have another topic, more real vocabulary, and knowing me, probably another confession about something I've failed at during the week.
We look forward to it. Until then, take care of yourselves, all of yourselves. Gym, food, sleep, and everything in between.
English to go, take it with you. Bye-bye, everyone.